And so that is why within Bhakti Yoga, we are looking at Karma Yoga verse. And how does this go? Again, Bhagwan says it. Bhagwan uvacha, uvacha means speaks. Bhagwan means another word for Ishvara. Bhagavan uvacha, mayi sarvāṇi karmāṇi, sannyasyādhyātma-chetasā, nirāśhīr nirmamo bhūtvā, yudhyasva vigata-jvaraḥ. So what is this? What are we learning here? We should understand this. So I'll break it down. There are a couple of conditions that are being spoken here. So the first condition that we are being told is that sarvasya, okay, let me not go word by word, but let me go condition by condition. The first two words we will look at is adhyātma-chetasā in this verse. Adhyatma means spiritual and chetasa means awareness. So this is a call for discernment, for viveka. We are being asked in Bhakti Yoga to adapt these Karma Yoga principles. And what are they? Number one, live with spiritual awareness in your material body, in your material story. Don't just be this material dense body person with a race, culture, story, parents, offsprings, uncles, aunts, television set, TV, bills to pay. Don't just be that. Don't just be that. Be spiritually, lead a more spiritually meaningful, purposeful, valid life. How? By dedicating within yourself that my life is for moksha. I'm on a moksha mission. My life is for discovering my spiritual self, my spiritual freedom, liberation from samsara. So have this as an important goal. So when this becomes your important goal, for example, this is my important goal, that's one of the reasons I show up to teach you. It is not because certainly there is no salary involved, no, what is it called? No bonus check involved, no commission involved. There is no name and fame involved. This is just adhyātma-chetasā. Why are the sadhavis here? Adhyātma-chetasā. Why are you here? Adhyātma-chetasā. I've had students come and go because they didn't have this chetasa, this spiritual awareness. They came because they wanted a mother figure in me, or they came because they wanted a community to unburden themselves, or they came and they wanted a lineage in their resume to look good. And it's okay. It's all right. But those who really make progress, they stay clearly for adhyātma-chetasā or spiritual awareness. You can just remember that. And to constantly discern that, am I becoming too committed to my material relationships, material possessions, material. So even choosing your priorities wisely. I'll take this trip if it also supports my spiritual journey. I'll take up this job if it leaves me time for my spiritual journey. I will earn this money if it allows me to support my spiritual causes. So these are the reasons why you can gradually, not overnight, but bring more spiritual awareness. So this verse is saying, well, how is your offering only by a leaf, only by a flower, only by a fruit? No, you can offer, you can practice bhakti by converting your whole life into a rippling play and dance of spiritual awareness. This is a kind of bhakti that you're offering. Then the second point that I would like to convey to you from this one verse is, and don't worry about the Sanskrit I speak because I'll give you the meaning, but it really means mayi sarvāṇi karmāṇi Sannyasyādhyātma-chetasā. What does it mean? That Ishvara Arpana Buddhi, I shall offer whatever I do to you, Ishvara. If I'm cooking food for my family, I'm actually cooking for Ishvara. Am I teaching you, the students, because this will really do a number on my ego? No. I'm offering this to Ishvara, who's showing up as students. Let me do a good job, right? So whatever you do is happening for and through Ishvara. Isn't that beautiful? Makes sense. Body is not mine. Intellect I didn't choose. The family I'll be born in. No circumstance I could choose in my life to become the teacher I am. But then we become so proud. Me, I. So much I and me comes into our conversation. But Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. Arpana means to offer. So when we offer all our actions mentally to Ishvara, that is also bhakti. My great-grandfather, my great-grandfather came to a point where he did not go to the temples. He did not light the lamp. He just sat quietly. And a whole movement, because of him, I'm sitting here today. Because of him, you are learning. He just offered everything, his every breath, every word to Ishvara. So at some point, everything fades away, but this remembrance. So this is the second way you can offer to bhakti to Ishvara. There is a word called nirāśhīr, which means this is the third part. And the third part is, well, after I've done my actions as an offering to Ishvara, for example, I'm offering this Vedic study circle to you. I'm offering my teachings to you through this. And I'm offering it to the best of my inspiration to you. But now I have to let it go. I have to let go of what? Let go of worry. I'm not going to worry. It is not for me to worry that, uh, what's going to happen down the road, how many students will become from seeds to sprouts and sprouts to shrubs and shrubs to trees. This is not for me to worry. Yes, I can plan. Planning is fine. Planning is, there's a difference between planning and worrying. I can plan as a teacher. I can plan. Is there proper schedule of classes? Is there proper training of the teachers? Is there accountability of the teachers, which includes me? Is there, clarity of scope of study? All those things we can. Website, is it clear to access? Is it pretty accessible to people? Is it understandable to beginners? And so we can plan all that. But what is going to happen, that is not in our jurisdiction, because this is where we are choosing to trust Ishvara. So we let go of the worrying. The worry. Every time worry comes up, Ishvara, that's your business. It's not mine. So we, nirāśhīr, nirāśha, we don't get too many hopes up, too many ideas, then we'll do this and then we'll do that. Calm down. Just do the right thing. So that is what we do. Planning makes us efficient, but worrying will make us inefficient. And too much worrying about the future, too much planning in metered doses is good for our life. So this is what the third point is, that we offer everything to Ishvara, and what results will come is up to Ishvara. So what can you do? You can only plan for it and see. And that's that. Now, what is the fourth condition? And the fourth condition is nirmamo. Nirmamo means I will not bring mamakara, ahamkara, or me and mine, and make it twist everything and contort it about I, my journey. It's a big deal in the West to talk about yourself so much. But when you are more steeped in bhakti, then we talk more about Ishvara. And so when bhaktas meet, if you travel to some of those spiritual towns in India or holy rivers, and people will say, come, let us sit down with a cup of chai and do some satsang together. And then they will talk about Ishvara Mahima, the glory of Ishvara. And so it's an abnegation of the self, the small self, so that the higher self can emerge. So when success comes to you, question it. How much is it yours? And who is you? If success has come to me as an author, as a teacher, then I wonder. This is what I wonder when I'm sitting by myself or about to go to bed. And thoughts come to me of this intense coming together of circumstances, genetics, knowledge, unique opportunities, all orchestrated by a force beyond me. And even that the body and the health has sustained to continue teaching till this 57th, 58th year of my life without any major interruption, well, that's something. But is it just me and my knowledge of Ayurveda? But then who gave me that knowledge? And who decided that I would be born in a yogi's home, Baba's home? Who decided? So this sense of success and also sense of failures. This I am a loser, I am a failure. If so many things are working in your life, your blood is flowing, your urine is forming, your sweat is forming, your brain is functioning. And so if something has failed in the outer circumstances, maybe it's part of the alignment. Maybe it's meant to be this way. And so this mamakara, this mama means me. This mikara, kara means, it's a Sanskrit way of saying this echo of the me chamber versus Ishvara. Many religions say there is only one God, which is our God, my God. But Upanishads say there is only God, and it is everyone's God. And it is this God which becomes our destiny, our circumstances, our skills, and sometimes the reasons for our failure. All the wrong people will come in your life to sabotage your boat, to spend your money, to not recognize your talent. All those things will happen. A perfect synchronization of circumstances and beings to let you down. That's very divine occurrence that's happening right there. So what's this me? So this is the fourth way to bring about, to carry on with bhakti. So this is as far as the verse is concerned. These 4 conditions in the verse. There is a 5th condition that transpires when we live this verse completely. When we live this verse completely. This is the hidden part of the verse, where when we are leading in bhakti this way, where we live with spiritual awareness, where we offer whatever actions we have to Ishvara, whatever results we get, they are from Ishvara, Ishvara Prasad Buddhi. And we constantly say, where is I? There is only Ishvara. Then the fifth condition that happens is that you become completely an instrument of Ishvara. It's like you are this conch shell through which Ishvara is blowing the sound of Om. So the conch shell is made up of the 5 elements. So it is material, and it's shaped by wind and water and light. Sunlight scorches it. So it's all that's happening. So it's material. But everything else, the sound from it, the teachings from it, the compassion from it, everything is emerging as Ishvara. So that's the fifth way of becoming a complete instrument. And that's, this is not in the verse, but this is the oral teaching that comes with this verse in our lineage. So these 5 ways, we cannot be an instrument if the first 4 are not met. There's a lot of me trying, then where's the instrument? So I invite you to allow for some things to fall away, for some difficulties to come towards you, but you constantly look at them as Ishvara's design and see what happens then. You truly become freed. And this is bhakti. This is bhakti. And what happened, and I'll conclude with that, is that what bhakti has become reduced to is, there are these 9 ways of offering bhakti, chanting and singing and dancing. And I agree that these forms of bhakti, and we can review them, the ways to practice bhakti coming up, but without knowledge, the kind that is being cultivated here in the Vedic study circle, without the Vedantic non-dual lens and these verses and these source texts, bhakti just gets reduced to that. Let's meet up and let's do a jam session on kirtans, And so we feel really good in that moment. But then when we leave, we are full of ahankara, ego. We are controlling everything. The narrative is just I. And we have a culture that is now questioning God and has thrown the baby out with the dirty bathwater. And instead of removing the dogma, we have removed Ishvara from amidst us. So let us collectively celebrate that we have this platform and we have this motivation to go on valuing these source teachings. So what we are celebrating here is Shastra. And we are grateful to the Bhagavad Gita. I think as long as the Bhagavad Gita is, there will be some sanity around yoga, the spiritual life for humans. So with that, I conclude my teaching. May you practice bhakti with your offerings, be they be physical or they are mental. But as you offer bhakti to Ishvara, Ishvara will joyfully receive them. And Ishvara has already reassured us in a prior verse that we become, like we are all Ishvara's responsibility. But sometimes we have someone who, if we have a route of responsibility, but there is someone who trusts us 100%, we have more of their responsibility. And so may you enjoy that special embrace of Ishvara. Take care. Blessings, my blessings to each one of you. Jai Ma.